Welcome to the 23rd installment of Renee and Daryl's Walt Disney World Honeymoon. I'm Daryl.
And I'm Renee. For those of you joining us for the first time, we're a middle-aged newlywed couple planning our honeymoon to the world during the 2019 Epcot Flower and Garden Festival.
And in the interest of full disclosure, I have Disney Stock and Retirement Fund, and I also have the Disney Visa Rewards Card, which gives us a few perks, which we'll be taking advantage of.
Definitely. We're close enough to departure, I can't believe it's finally here, that Daryl was able to book our FastPass+ reservations. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We got most of what we wanted, but some of the attractions weren't available at all. So let's start with what we've actually booked.
Now, I did mess up the first day, actually. I had started with an early FastPass before I realized that we had to actually get checked in before we could go to Epcot.
Details.
So I made some edits, and we ended up with Spaceship Earth at 11:05 a.m.
Better than 9:30.
Yeah. Well, no, it was actually Frozen Ever After. I had it like 9:05 or something like that originally.
Oy.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
No.
So, yeah, Frozen Ever After is going to be at 12:15, and that's it. Just those two.
At noon, like afternoon.
Yeah, 12. Okay. Oh, yeah. I actually wrote AM in here. It's PM. Sorry.
Just making sure.
So, yeah,
be a late night. I don't know.
Sometimes Epcot's open that late, I guess. But it's just those two. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some of the other attractions we want before Spaceship Earth. And, we don't know. But I'll try to book some, a third maybe closer to the day, see if anything else opens up.
Because the first day in, aren't we actually going to try to go to, what was the one of the place? Like the wholesale place to see if we could get more pins?
On our way
in?
I don't think we're going to do that.
At all?
No. Well, we might end up doing that sometime, but I don't think we're going to do that day.
Okay.
Just because we want to get into the parks quick.
Right.
And we already have a bunch of pins.
This is true. We don't have that many to trade, though.
Yeah, we do. We have a whole bunch that we just got off those blind bags.
Oh, that's true.
So, yeah, we've got pins to trade.
Sorry. Hang on one second.
But, of course, we'll also be playing with what's available once we get into the park. So from what I understand, it's not a bad idea to start with like these two, even though there's not a third currently that we want to get.
Right.
But to get the two, and then we can book that third one like in the park.
I thought we could only book one per park per day.
No, we can only book one park per day. And in Epcot, you can pick from the tier 1 once, and then 2 from the tier 2. So
but there wasn't 2 in the tier 2 that we wanted.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I got it. So we'll get there and see if we could book another one since we're in the park and not doing it beforehand. That makes sense. Okay. So the first day we're going to Epcot. The second day we're going to Animal Kingdom, and hopefully not just for the morning so I can have bubble tea. Well, unless they have breakfast bubble tea, which I'd be okay with too.
Hey, by the time we're off of their first attraction, they'll probably have the bubble tea.
Perfect. Okay. So our first attraction, which I probably could wait for bubble tea till after this anyway, is the Navi River Journey. That's at 9:20. And then the one I'm really excited for, but I probably don't want to take bubble tea on with me, is the Kilimanjaro Safaris. That's like 11:30. We're eating a late lunch that day. And then...
no, we'll probably eat the lunch between. Because don't forget, and anyone who is watching, keep in mind, this is an hour-long window. So we just have to be there from 9:20 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the river journey.
Oh,
Kilimanjaro Safari is
at that time.
Correct.
Okay, so
we do have a window.
Okay, so the safari, we can be there between 11:35 and 12:35, so we can decide on how hungry we are or if we want to eat after that. It's like a half hour, right? Something like that, 20 minutes?
The Kilimanjaro Safari?
Yes.
I think it's about 20 minutes.
Okay.
I don't remember for sure, but it's shorter than the first time I went on it.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. How far is it from our next one, which is Expedition Everest?
It's a good little walk, but it's not terrible.
Okay. So
we want to be there close to the start times for, definitely for Navi River, we want to be there right at 9:20. Unless maybe, we can get onto Flight of Passage quicker, which does not have anything available.
What time does the park open though? 9?
9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we get on there right at 9.
Yeah, we're going to rope drop and see if we can get onto the Flight of Passage. It's probably going to be like an hour-ish wait is my guess, but we'll have to kind of play it by ear. If it's more than like a 45-minute wait time and we get there at 9 o'clock, we're going to have to bail.
So it also, it all depends on the drive in that morning and make sure I wear the right shoes so I can run. Ha 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 ha. For those of you who know me.
Well, it's going to be the ride in because we're going to take advantage of the bus service. And
right. But we have to get to where we
parking.
get the bus service for and check in or at least drop off our luggage and that kind of stuff.
Well, no, this is the second day.
Oh, that's the second day. We'll have already done that. Right. Never mind.
Anyway.
Never mind. So Navi River at 9:20, Kilimanjaro at 11:35, Expedition Everest 12:35.
Yep. So that's what we got. And one of the reasons that we front loaded all these for the morning is we weren't 100% sure that we were going to want to spend the whole day in the park and possibly go to Epcot afterward.
Right.
So by doing this, we front load everything at the top. We get to see what most of what we want to see there.
Right.
And then maybe skip out and go to Epcot depending on what the weather's like, how we're feeling.
Right.
So,
and that gives us a good amount of time there. We can go we can always go in the afternoon, have dinner, and then have dinner at Epcot. And, and if we get up like we normally get, we eat like old people. Hey, Raymond.
Hi, Ray.
We eat like old people. We eat early and go to bed early. I don't see us doing that though, but we'll probably still wake up early.
Yeah. Well, we still want to eat kind of early just to avoid some of the crowds.
Yep. And shout out to Raymond. Are you nice and warm? And you were actually closed today. Didn't have to work. Yay.
Raymond was personally closed.
Well, Raymond wasn't closed. The place where he works was closed.
For anyone who doesn't understand what we're joking about, it's very cold here in Detroit today. Lots of things closed, including the Postal Service wasn't doing any deliveries or anything.
Tomorrow either.
Yeah, tomorrow as well. It's currently, I don't think this is actually right anymore,
Mine
but
says
it's currently
-8.
showing 8 degrees below zero in Fahrenheit.
And that's actual location.
Yeah, and the real fill is -35 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep. Nope. It's real.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yikes.
So, all right.
It's way too cold. But I kind of want to go through some boiling water outside and watch it turn to snow. They did that on the news this morning.
Yeah, we can probably still do that. Yeah, enjoying the days off. Yes, that would be nice. I still have to go to work.
Sorry.
And even if I didn't have to work, I'd still have to work from home.
True. Well, I did some work at home today too.
All right, so moving on to day 3. That's our interesting one where we're going to go to all 4 parks, starting with the Animal Kingdom. And we have a reservation for Kilimanjaro's safaris right at 9 a.m. So there's your e-ticket attraction that you wanted to do.
Yay.
We were able to book that one. But since we booked that, we can't do any other FastPasses in any of the other parks.
Oh.
So we're going from Animal Kingdom to Hollywood Studios to Epcot to Magic Kingdom that day.
Okay.
So my understanding is that day we can actually book the FastPass. I'm going to try it, like even the day that we get there, the first day. See if it will let us book the FastPass in another park. But I don't think it will.
No.
But yeah, the plan is, try to book, and I've actually got on the calendar windows of we are in this park for these hours with an hour travel time just so that we can keep on track. Because the whole point,
going to buzz and tell me what we're doing?
Probably.
Okay.
But the whole point of this exercise, and it's just for us to have some fun.
Right.
But we want to hit an attraction, a ride of some type.
In each park.
Yeah.
Right.
Kilimanjaro
Are
Safaris
we doing
works.
Kilimanjaro Safaris twice then?
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yay.
She's excited about this. This is intentionally why we booked it that way. But Kilimanjaro Safaris at 9, we're going to basically do that, get our Starbucks, because we're going to try to do Starbucks, or we might get you your bubble tea.
Yeah. Well,
We might do one of each.
Okay. That works. But we're gonna buy the Starbucks mugs while we're there, or not during the day?
Well, we already have some of those Starbucks mugs, so we don't want to duplicate them.
That's true.
But yeah, if we don't have them, we'll have to buy them. In any case, we'll do that, book it out of that park, go to Hollywood Studios, and I'm going to set up those FastPasses on the way if we don't already have them. See
the
what's
beauty
available.
of not having to drive there too.
Yeah,
having somebody else drive.
Well, and we're going to go from Animal Kingdom to Hollywood Studios by bus, from Hollywood Studios to Epcot by boat.
That's fun. The friendship boat.
The friendship boats, yes. And then from Epcot to Magic Kingdom by monorail, so that we have
ridden everything
all of the
and
roads
seen
of transportations that we can get at Disney World currently.
Wait, no. No, we have to pay separate for it. But there is the minivan.
Well, we could do that back to the hotel if we really wanted to.
It's got polka dots. Like Minnie Mouse.
I'm just excited about that day because that's going to be fun, because an attraction and a beverage in each of the parks.
Right. That's fun.
Yes.
The other day was National Polka Dot Day, I just have to say, and I'm trying to make this show up on my phone, and I can't.
Well, let's move on to
Okay,
day 4,
I
which
can't.
is actually going to be in the Hollywood studios.
That'll be fun. So first our FastPass is kind of late that day, but that's okay. We have Alien Swirling Saucers at 10:35, and then we have a long time in between Star Tours at 2:35, and then Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at 3:40. So we'll definitely be there all day.
Yeah, well, we might end up going later and hit Illuminations at Epcot.
Well, yes, of course.
We might.
And we don't know exactly what else is going on, too, when the big things are happening at Epcot regarding the festival itself.
Yeah, they don't have the schedule out for the festival. That should be happening shortly.
Right. So, I think things mostly happen in the evenings. Or things happen every evening, and I should say, not just most
they have the Illuminations every night.
Right.
But there's concerts and whatnot, usually, I think, from mid-afternoon on.
Okay. But
we're not really going to be doing the concerts.
But are they doing, the demonstrations when they're
The demonstrations start earlier in the morning.
Okay.
And a lot of those, I think, actually wrap up by, dinner time.
Oh.
So we have to see what's going on.
We'll see which ones seem most interesting, too, when we get there.
Absolutely.
Or when we find out
one of the reasons that we have this spread out like that is we couldn't get things like Slinky Dog Dash.
Right.
That's not available as a fast pass. And what was it? There was one other one that I think we wanted, but wasn't available. So we had to kind of space these out in parts so that we could hit these different sections.
Right. Hopefully we can get Slinky Dog first thing when we get there.
So again, we're going to probably rope drop, go right to Slinky Dog.
Students think I was totally strange. It was funny. There's only one person who really wanted Toy Story, and then they all started, I thought they were going to throw things at him to decorate my room. I asked if they had any ideas, and someone said, "Can you do Toy Story?" And then they started talking about how lame Disney is. I'm like, no, it's not. I don't think so. I said, I'm going there in March.
All right, so our last day in the park is going to be at Magic Kingdom.
Of course.
So we have to do Peter Pan's Magic Flight, or Peter Pan's Flight, sorry, no magic in that one. And we booked that one at 9 a.m. Get that out of the way. We're right at the middle of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a nice
He has the map
window.
Memorized in his head. I'm going to follow.
I don't have it memorized.
Okay.
But I can visualize.
Visualize. Fine. Almost.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with that. So
I'm not.
I can probably find our way around the parks, even though I haven't been there in years. The only catch is I have no idea what Fantasyland is like, the new Fantasyland.
I can probably find the castle if it's...
Well, that's the whole point, is you can see the castle from anywhere.
I know, that's my point.
And there is that walkway that we want to take that we probably can't take around the backside of the racers, the Tomorrowland Speedway.
Oh, because
that's
of
going to
the
be
monorail?
closed. Because of the
or the
Tron rail.
The what?
Not Tron rail. The Tron coaster.
Oh, the Tron coaster.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, because that's supposed to be closed while we're there to build the exit and entrance.
I was hoping some of those would be ready by the time we get there, but that just proves why we have to go back.
Well, that stuff definitely isn't. They are doing gondola testing, though. That was one of the things that came out this week.
Yeah, I don't want to go on a gondola with 10 other people, though, or 9 other people. I don't want to be
8 other people.
No, they said 10 people can fit on that gondola.
Right. Well,
8 people other than us. Yeah. I really don't want to go on it if they're going to insist on filling it. That's like an elevator with too many people.
They'll probably put more people in.
A couple people I could deal with. That would be okay, but
especially when we tell them it's our honeymoon, and they'll definitely not want to leave us alone in there. But Peter Pan's flight at 9 a.m. Then Space Mountain isn't until 1:05 p.m.
Okay.
Then Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at 2:40 p.m. So my plan is we're going to hit Peter Pan's Magic Flight, head into Frontierland.
Okay.
Try to do the Mine Train, Splash Mountain, and that kind of stuff.
Is Indiana Jones there? Or is it gone?
No, Indiana Jones is a show at Hollywood Studios.
Oh.
There is no Indiana Jones ride in Disney World. Disneyland has the ride that's the sister to
that's
Dinosaur
cool ride, though.
in Animal Kingdom.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
Yeah. And we'll probably try to do lunch and the Seven Seas adventure thing while we're over there as well. Then at Actually, no, we have to head back to because we want to do lunch at Be Our Guest, so we have to do that over there. So we'll probably head over to Fantasyland, not do the Seven Seas stuff until after we do lunch, and after probably we do Space Mountain.
That makes sense.
But I want to do Space Mountain late enough that we can go right to Seven Dwarves, because there's really nothing else in Tomorrowland that's open that I want to do aside from maybe the Wedway People Mover.
Oh, yeah. And I wonder what time my nephew's arriving. That's the date, right? Yeah, that Friday, I think they're getting there.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I don't want to be a band chaperone, even though I have the whole next week off.
Admit it, you want to.
I kind of do.
Spend another week there.
Yeah, that would be kind of, I might. No, but I don't.
So that's our plan.
Going from, having 2 weeks off of middle school to take one of them to spend with high school band students. I think I'm okay.
Okay. Anyway, so that's our plan for the 5 days at the parks with all of our current FastPasses. We have 3, everything but the first and third day.
Okay.
Because the first day we didn't have anything else we wanted that made sense to us. So I've heard that your best bet is to actually still book that and then
change it
and then delete it later.
Mm-hmm.
But I figure I'm just going to right now
just keep it,
kill it, or leave it there at the 2, add maybe the one later. But I've got to do a little bit more research on FastPasses to see how this actually works now.
It's a little bit confusing.
It is. And I did have a lot of trouble with the website. The app would not work for me at all. I had to do the website.
Oh,
I couldn't get the app to work. And finally, I got it working later after I had already booked everything. And then the website kept airing out on me.
Do you think too many people were trying to do it?
No, I think it was just flaky.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's one of those things that Disney is not known to do very well. And
really?
This is proof that they still don't know how to do it very well.
Maybe they need a good IT guy.
Well, that's more than an IT guy.
No, just kidding.
You
could interview them for them.
I would not be able to help them with this problem. They need good developers.
Oh, can you help them with that problem?
No.
No.
All right. So we've got a good plan going. At least now we have the outline of where we have to be when in the parks.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we can actually turn that into a lot of fun, good memories, and maybe some good videos.
And probably a lot of pictures, whether we want them or not.
Yeah, and a lot of pin trading.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Especially at Epcot.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see what comes out for the festival, too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and Epcot is our home park. We're going to spend a lot of time there, we hope.
We hope.
But I'm hoping that first day we get to see most of the festival.
Right.
Because that's something that we can't do again. And the big reason we want to do Spaceship Earth above everything else, that's probably going down in 2 years, I think they said, for the refurbishment. And it will be down for several years.
Right. So if we don't do it now, it'll probably be a long time.
Well, it's going to be changed.
Right.
So let's see it now. I want to get the 360 video of it.
Is it different now from when you were there before? Okay.
Yes. I've actually seen or heard all 3 of the narrators.
Oh, okay.
There was Cronkite, Irons, and Dame Judi Dench.
Is that who's doing it now?
I think so.
Okay.
But I've heard all of them.
That's fun.
I haven't ridden on all of them.
Oh.
I think Irons was my favorite.
I can understand.
But I was a kid when I went through the first time.
And Walter Cronkite.
I want to say like middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like
you didn't appreciate
cool,
Walter
but the
Cronkite.
most boring ride.
I can understand that.
So I'm anxious. I liked it the second time I went on it. And I think I've only been on it like maybe 4 times.
Okay.
But I liked it the second time because it was different. It was just a nice, easy ride. And I understood the history better. So it was more entertaining to see it, especially with the fake Steve Jobs and Wozniak that didn't look like Steve Jobs and Wozniak.
What did it look like?
It's not supposed to really look like either one, but it's representative of all of them. And some people will tell you that the one guy looks like Steve Ballmer, the Wozniak character, which no. But they're all, I think all of those were actually bust from Carousel of Progress.
Oh.
The faces? Zombie jobs? No. No. It was supposed to be the young Steve Jobs in the garage. But that seems supposed to be edited last I heard. And, it's all kind of hearsay at this point, I think, because I don't know that they've actually said anything officially.
Right.
Well, we won't know for like 7 years, but.
Oh, you mean what's going to happen?
Yeah. My understanding is they're going to keep it open till the anniversary in 2 years.
Okay.
The 50th. And then they're going to shut it down, take 3 or 4 years to rehab it and bring it back.
Wow. Okay.
But there was a lot of interesting stuff on that one and how it didn't work. And they can't redo Spaceship Earth really because it's all built in. You can't really change much in the way of the structure. You can't get new stuff in or out easily because it's inside that geodesic sphere.
That would make things difficult.
Yes.
It's not like it comes apart like the, what's that thing called at Greenfield Village? I mean, at the Henry Ford Museum, the house, the round.
The roundhouse?
No.
Roundhouse
no, not the roundhouse. The house that you go into that's inside. It's not the roundhouse, not where the trains go, where they have like.
I'm totally confused, everyone. You're not the only ones.
I can't remember what it's called. It's terrible. Larry, help me out. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. Larry understands me.
I'm not sure what that's all about.
That round, it's round.
Yeah, the Dynamaxion home is.
But it comes apart.
Well, no, it doesn't. The Dynamaxion home is one of the ones that comes in the tube and then it gets assembled, but it doesn't come apart once it's put together.
But doesn't it have access panels to move stuff in and out? Doesn't it have something like that?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just because it came in parts.
Yeah, it came in parts, and the one that they have is dissected with plexi panels all over the place. And
yes.
Yeah. So the Dynamaxion home was a very cool concept that didn't actually work. They only had 2 prototypes, and the one at Greenfield Village or at Henry Ford Museum
both, right?
Is a combination of both of those kits, which came off of a house. They actually put that as like the second floor of a house. One of the investors ended up with those and built it and put it on as the crown of his, what's it called? The round part of the, like the turret is not the right word, but the round building was underneath. And that was like one of the living rooms or something. And he had like bedrooms up in the second floor, which was the Dynamaxion home.
Interesting.
Yeah. They have photos of it.
No.
Yeah, it kind of is. All right. Totally off subject.
Wow.
Sorry about that, guys.
All right.
Why don't we take it out there?
All right. Well, thank you for watching, especially those of you watching live and sending us comments and helping us get more off track. If you have more to share after the live show, please drop those in the comments below and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Click on the little bell icon to get the notifications when we go live.
And we should be back next week.
That's the plan.
We don't know for sure, but we should be back next week.
Oh, no, anything for sure.
Keep subscribed. If you've noticed, we are not putting up the notifications or the events quite as early. And in part, that's because we don't know what's happening because craziness at work. We'll just leave it there. Thanks again, guys, and hopefully we'll see you next week.